Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Wednesday, June 6th, and pretty chilly morning out there, but nice clear skies outside my window. And if we look at what we expect, we see plenty of sunshine today. It'll be a tad bit warmer, highs in the upper 60s to the low 70s, so a pretty nice day out there. We do have a small chance of a shower and thunderstorms. There's some activity, some strong storms off in Minnesota, the Dakotas, into coming into Wisconsin. Those will weaken as they come towards the state late today into at least the first half tonight. But about a 15-20% chance that some of those showers and storms could survive the trip across the lake. And then we expect a better chance of some showers and thunderstorms as we get into Friday night into Saturday night. Again, right now the best bet, it looks like it'd be the heaviest rains would be further to the south and west in the state you go, down into the Ohio Valley. And we're going to continue to see a very slow warm up as we progress towards a warmer pattern with solid 70s to around 80 beginning Thursday right on through the weekend. And I think as we get into week 2, we're going to see plenty more 80-degree temperatures as eventually we expect the warmer air to move this way, but it's been a pretty slow process. If we look at yesterday, we had a high of 68 and a low of 51. Pretty chilly out there this morning. We'll show you that in a minute. Normal highs in the upper 70s, normal lows in the mid 50s. And if we look at another way you could view whenever we get rain that comes through each morning, probably the best bet is after about 8 or 9 o'clock when the reporting stations all click in. If you go to the Kokoros network, you can get a nice idea of where some of the heavier or the more significant rain was, and you can see the locations that had some of the more significant rainfall here the other day, and they are all within this area. Blissfield and Jasper also pick up just a little bit of rain kind of outside the heavier rain areas. And again, this is where the most concentrated 1 to 3/10 of an inch of rain fell that day. If you look at the growing degree days and compare them to the last couple of years, you can see we're still ahead of pace in Breckenridge and many locations. And again, 2016 started warming up, so they're getting caught up to 2017. But so far, we're in good shape overall. That's for growing degree days. But if we look at the 50% plant date, if we look at the first area where we had really ideal planting conditions around the early part of May, you can see we're well ahead of not only the black line, which is the normal growing degree days, so we're above that, plus all the other years that we have featured in here. Some of them were pretty poor years, like 1992 was a disastrous year. But again, we're in good shape here in the mid-Michigan area. But if you look at southeast lower Michigan at Blissville, I think they'll catch up to some degree. You can see because their planting date was about 3 weeks later than Breckenridge, and that's a rarity. You can see they're just getting a good start now, but they're well behind normal for sure. But they'll make up that ground. I think they usually get about 200 or 300 more growing degree days than what we get here in mid-Michigan. If we look at conditions out there this morning, you can see temperatures mainly in the 40s, so very, very chilly. Look at that, down to 43 degrees at Newaygo for the cold spot. And if you want to call 49 degrees the warm spot in Henderson there, well, there you go. If we look at the dew points, is it humid out there? Absolutely not. Look at the dew points down in the 40s as well. So again, when you look at nighttime growing conditions during the season when we're growing corn, if you see this above 60, then it's a nice night for corn. And like the old expression is, if you got plenty of moisture and very warm temperatures, you go out in the field at night, you can almost hear the corn grow. And on the satellite view this morning, some very strong thunderstorms coming out the Dakotas into Minnesota, where there are some severe thunderstorm watches and even some warnings across that area. And again, this is the area of thunderstorms riding above the ridge that'll eventually move into the state of Michigan by very late today into the first half tonight. But again, these will be weakening as they outrun their support. If we look at the radar, you can see that area of really a strong line of even some Boeing type echoes here that most likely bringing a lot of wind damage in some of these storms as they move across portions of south central Minnesota. And again, these will be weakening this morning as they head off to the southeast. But again, right now you can see that area of very strong thunderstorms. If we look at the weather map this morning, you see that low pressure system across far northeast South Dakota. That'll be dropping to the southeast. And again, the best bet for these thunderstorms, again, will be weakening as they move through the areas this morning, but they'll redevelop again across areas off to our southwest. That's where the heaviest chance of precipitation will be over the next several days. And if we look at how much precipitation, this is off the WPC, over the next 7 days, you can see more heavy concentrated rains off to our south, and we've been talking about that for several days now. And again, we continue to see that, although we've seen a little expansion of the more moderate rains move up into mid-Michigan. That's something we thought could happen. And again, so I think many areas from central Michigan to the south could see a half inch over the next 7 days. Again, our best bet looks like it'll be Friday night into Saturday night as that warm air tries to push it into the area. But again, this is a slow process. The warm air kind of advances to the northeast, gets beaten down by a cold front, and then a couple days later it tries to move that way. That's why we've had showers in the Great Lakes about every other day or every other 2.5 days or so. And if you look at the forecast again for today, 15% chance of those showers for late today, but more so for the first half tonight. Most areas won't see any rain, but some areas could. Highs in the low 70s, so a little bit warmer today. And then we're going to be in the mid to upper 70s to around 80 right on through the weekend. And again, our best bet for showers and thunderstorms will be Friday night into Saturday night, about a 30 to 50% chance. And again, don't expect this to be a widespread thunderstorm area, but I think most areas will get at least a little bit here over the next few days. As far as weather watch this morning, you can see the area of severe thunderstorm watches and some severe thunderstorm warnings advancing off to the southeast. This will be eliminated here within the next hour or two as those line of storms move off to the southeast and away from that area. Thanks for stopping by and have yourself a great day, and 73s to all.